If you want to move objects in Tinkercad with precision, nudging is one of the most useful shortcuts you can learn. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to nudge in Tinkercad using your keyboard, so you can position shapes faster, more accurately, and without constantly dragging things around with your mouse. This is especially helpful when you need clean alignment, small adjustments, or exact placement on the work plane. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy Tinkercad guides. Let's start with the basic idea. Nudging simply means moving an object in small, controlled steps. Instead of dragging a shape and trying to eyeball the position, Tinkercad lets you use keyboard shortcuts to move an object in exact increments based on your snap grid settings. That means the movement size depends on how your grid is set up, which makes this feature really powerful for detailed design work. To begin, first click on the object you want to move so it becomes selected. Once it's highlighted, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to nudge it horizontally across the work plane. Press the left arrow key to move the object left, the right arrow key to move it right, the up arrow key to move it forward, and the down arrow key to move it backward. Each press moves the object by the amount set in your snap grid, which you can see in the bottom right corner of the Tinkercad window. If you only need a small adjustment, this is the easiest way to do it. A few taps on the arrow keys can help you align objects much more cleanly than dragging them with the mouse. This is especially helpful when you're building parts that need to fit together, or when you're trying to keep shapes centered and evenly spaced. Now, if you want to move an object faster across the work plane, Tinkercad also gives you a larger nudge option. Hold Shift and then press an arrow key. This moves the selected object in larger steps, usually 10 times the current snap grid distance. So if your grid is set to a small increment, Shift plus the arrow keys lets you cover more space quickly without losing control. This is great when you need to reposition an object across a bigger area of your design. Instead of tapping the arrow key many times, you can use the larger nudge to get close to the correct spot, then switch back to the normal arrow keys for fine-tuning. That combination gives you both speed and precision. Next, let's talk about vertical nudging, which is how you move an object up or down off the work plane. This is different from horizontal movement because you're changing the object's height instead of its position on the flat plane. To move an object vertically in a small increment, select the object and press Ctrl plus the up arrow or down arrow. This lets you lift the object upward or lower it down into the work plane in controlled steps. If you want a larger vertical movement, hold Ctrl, Shift, and then press the up arrow or down arrow. Just like the horizontal version, this moves the object in bigger 10x increments, making it much faster to raise or lower an object when needed. Vertical nudging is especially helpful when you're stacking objects, creating custom parts, or aligning shapes at different heights. It can also save you a lot of time when you need to sink an object slightly into another shape or raise it just enough to create the right spacing. Instead of guessing with drag handles, the keyboard shortcuts give you much better control. A good workflow in Tinkercad is to use the larger nudge shortcuts first to get close, then use the smaller nudges for final alignment. That way, you're moving efficiently without sacrificing accuracy. If your object is not moving the way you expect, double-check that the correct object is selected and that you're using the right key combination for horizontal or vertical movement. Also remember that the snap grid setting matters. The step size of your nudges is based on that grid, so if you want finer movement, you may want to adjust the snap grid before editing. Smaller grid values give you more precision, while larger values let you move objects more quickly. Choosing the right grid setting can make nudging much easier depending on the kind of model you're building. So to recap, use the arrow keys for small horizontal nudges, hold Shift plus the arrow keys for larger horizontal movement, use Ctrl plus the up or down arrow for small vertical nudges, and hold Ctrl plus Shift plus the up or down arrow for larger vertical movement. Once you get used to these shortcuts, you'll be able to place objects much more accurately and work a lot faster in Tinkercad. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more Tinkercad tutorials, and stay tuned for more simple step-by-step design tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.